Yo, everybody. Yo, everybody. We are going to talk about today video number 12. Wait, is it 12 or 13? I can't remember. One of those things. We're going to talk about my 5 favorite wrestlers ever. I was going to do something else, but I didn't know what else to do. I guess since we were talking about my favorites, I didn't even mention my favorite wrestlers of all time. So that means that they are no longer wrestling in the wrestling or anywhere in the world. So, we're gonna go from 5 to number 1, just like a proper countdown. All right, number 5 is my boy CM Punk. The dude that everybody wants to come back. The man that they chant over and over again. You know. I guess that's kind of why he's been... And who also got wrecked in the UFC fight recently. And he's going to be in MMA. Like the MMA league, like, it's just called that. But, yeah, CM Punk was awesome. From his ROH days, he was awesome. He didn't have a super long run, but he had a good enough run. I've seen some of his matches. He was awesome. And in WWE, he was epic. He had great feuds with Jericho, with Brock Lesnar, or I guess Paul Heyman in general. John Cena, which is his best feud in WWE. Jeff Hardy, that's another awesome feud. Rey Mysterio, that was a good feud as well. JBL feud was pretty good. Those were like his main, like, really good feuds he had. And also The Rock, that was a pretty good feud. Number 4, we're gonna go with Rey Mysterio. That is the man who got me into wrestling in the first place. Rey Mysterio. That was he actually was like the reason why I got into wrestling. Rey Mysterio was awesome. He was so entertaining and so cool, and you cannot deny that. He had awesome matches. Like, he had a great feud with Eddie. He had an awesome feud with Dolph Ziggler, with other people. He also had a lot of injuries, which is kind of why he's not doing too much now. Lots of other stuff. I mean, that's just a few, but, like, matches and stuff of his have always been really good. So, yeah. I love high flyers. I love, like, luchadors. I mean, I like all sorts, but Rey Mysterio was super cool. And I've seen a little bit of his WCW stuff. It was pretty good from what I've seen. Number 3, Daniel Bryan! Yo, the current SmackDown general manager. My boy, the GOAT. Or at least one of the GOATs. Dude, Daniel Bryan was awesome. He didn't wrestle for too long in the WWE, but he had a fairly good run. He had an awesome match with John Cena. Awesome match with Triple H. A very good match with Kane. And then I heard his match with Reigns, which is the last singles match he ever really had, like, on pay-per-view. And then he did an epic performance at the Money in the Bank in 2015. And then kind of faded away and then had to retire really early, which was really sad. Because Daniel Bryan, and also had an awesome feud with Punk, and also had a great match with him. And also had a pretty good feud with The Miz, too. And had a bunch of classics in ROH. I haven't seen, like, all this stuff, but I've seen 2 matches with McGuinness, 2 matches with Morishima, the match with Kenta, and, like, some other stuff. Daniel Bryan was flipping sick. He was such a good wrestler, very technical, elbows, knees, and he would high fly because he was really small. And he had one of the best beards ever, so that's also dope. Number 2 is my boy Edge. Yo, straight out of Canada. Yo, Edge was awesome. I've also met Edge. That is lit. That was really cool. That was 4 years ago already. Holy crap. Oh man, Edge was so dope. Edge was awesome. I love the feud with Taker. Oh, one of the best feuds of all time for sure. I think that's his best feud. I think it's a little bit better than the John Cena feud. But the John Cena feud was awesome. Rated RKO was awesome. That helped Randy Orton become a big star, in my opinion. Because Edge has already been wrestling before, and Orton was really new. So, there's that Eddie feud from '02. That was really good. The Christian feud from '01, which was also really good. Edge was just awesome. But he had a lot of injuries, and that's why he also retired. And a lot of people were sad about that, including myself, because I love Edge. And then number 1 is my boy, The Rock. Now former, now actor, but dude, The Rock was awesome. He had a great feud with Triple H. He had a bit of a feud with Kurt Angle. He had obviously the best feud ever with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Dude, how can you not like that? Lots of great things. Also really funny. Really funny. Really funny. That's the main reason why, is because he had yeah. Because not only was he awesome, but he had an amazing character. And that's what really makes because he had such a good character, and it was just always awesome. He made fun of a lot of people, including backstage announcers and wrestlers. And just yeah. And would do all sorts of stuff and had awesome matches. Also had a pretty good feud with Mankind and stuff like that. So that's my video. There you go. See you later. Peace.